Hi, it's Wick and Helen from Camino Provisions.
Today's topic is walking poles. We will give you our best tips on how we learn to use them and how they have helped us on every Camino that we've ever walked. We wouldn't walk a Camino without them. So stay tuned.
Many people ask us, do we really need walking poles on the Camino? And ever since our first Camino 15 years ago, each one we have used walking poles and we've been very glad. Two of the reasons that we really like them are they transfer some of the weight from your legs to your upper body. So you get, it just helps your knees, your ankles, and your legs when you're walking a lot. And then the second thing is balance. The terrain on the Camino varies widely from just nice flat pavement to rocky slopes up and down and mud and all kinds of things. And again, we've just found that they're very helpful to us. And so we recommend them highly.
Some people who hike other places besides the Camino might not realize how much pavement they're going to be walking on the Camino.
Yeah.
And so our choice of walking pole and what we prefer are the Leki brand Traveler Carbon Nordic walking poles, and we'll put the description and link in the below the video here. But we like those really well because of the design of the hand strap, because of the fact that they adjust three sections. They're in three sections and can adjust to telescope up and down to become more compact for traveling. And they come with carbide tips, and you can also use rubber tips to cover up the carbide tips when you're walking on hard surfaces. And we'll demonstrate these things coming up here. But those would be some of the thoughts that we have about how we came to make the decisions we did about our choice, our preference of pole, and why we continue to use them, the results we've seen from them.
The first thing you do when you bring your new poles home is, if they're adjustable, is to adjust them to your height. Now, in this demonstration, you'll notice the poles are already adjusted to my height. And the way that you know that is with your hands in the hand straps, you want your upper arm and lower arm to be at a 90-degree angle to each other, i.e. your elbow forms a 90-degree angle for those two parts of your arm. That's when you'll know that you're at the proper setting for your height.
So to adjust the length, you just flip that tightening lever open. You can adjust any that you need to, same way. And once you get it adjusted, you can look at the numbers on the shaft and make your second pole the same measurements. And that's how you adjust your pole to fit you. The Camino has many different types of terrain, and some are hard surfaces like asphalt roads and concrete sidewalks. Others are dirt paths, or some have rocks and some are muddy. But the walking poles that we prefer come with carbide tips that can really dig into soil or mud and give you a firm, stable stance where you're not going to slip. But they also come with rubber feet, and those are what you slip over the carbide tips to silence the clickety-clacking of the carbide tips that you would hear if you just left the carbide tips to walk on hard surfaces. The rubber feet also provide a measure of safety when you're walking on hard, slick surfaces, and the rubber feet can grab the hard surface even when it's wet with rain or something. So it's a safety issue as well as a sound issue. So we're going to demonstrate that here and why you want to use rubber feet when you're on hard surfaces. Okay.
We're going to show you how we learned to use our poles and how we've taught others in 4 steps.
Just begin walking without moving your arms, dragging the poles behind you. That's all you have to do for step 1. Step 2, with your walking poles dragging behind you, you just begin to swing your arms in a natural way, the same way you do when you're walking without walking poles. Keep your palm open so you're not gripping the pole, and just continue to walk in a natural way, swinging your arms, dragging your poles, not gripping the hand grip. Step 3, we're going to continue what we were doing before, but this time we are adding a little bit of a push off to push ourselves forward a little bit without gripping the hand grip. We still have open hands, and we're just using the force of your hand in the hand strap to propel yourself forward. Step 4, now you're really ready to put it all together and go to the next final step, which is to lightly grip the hand grip and continue to do the natural arm swing, but place your pole in such a way as to use them to propel yourself forward.
Once you've mastered the 4 steps that we've just talked about, you want to make a few adjustments, and we're going to show you how to go downhill and then to go uphill. When you're headed downhill, the first thing you do is take your hands out of the hand straps, because if you were to slip, you don't want to get tangled up in your poles. The next thing that you do is you shorten your stride and then use your poles to grip the ground, either with the carbide tips if you're on a dirt surface, or your rubber feet if you're on a hard surface. When you're going uphill, you keep your hands in the hand straps and you use your poles to push yourself uphill. Now I'm demonstrating how to safely put your rubber feet on when you transition from a soft surface to a hard surface.
I like the way you're really holding the poles snugly near the tips, so you can really push those rubber feet on and get them on there well. And then when you get them on, you put the rubber feet down on the ground and hold them between your shoes to twist them into place. The rubber feet we use look like little boots, and the toes of the boots point backwards when you're using them. So this is how we learned to use the poles the way we have for Caminos, that have served us very well. We hope it will for you too. As always, we invite you to add your ideas and thoughts about this in the comments below the video to help others know other suggestions that you might have. And we don't know everything. We just want to share what we have had experience with to try to help get somebody started on something. And we would hope that if you haven't done it already, you will subscribe to our channel. If you hit the subscribe button and ring the little bell, that will give you a notification when there's a new video posted. So until next time,
Buen camino.